So in this English lesson, I wanted to help you learn the English phrase, come on over. This is one of those phrases where I apologize for the complexity of the English language. I'm sorry that the English language sometimes uses so many words to say something so simple. When you say to someone, come on over, it simply means that you want them to come to your house. You could just say, come over. You could just say, hey, do you want to come to my house? But sometimes we say, hey, do you want to come on over later and play some video games? Do you want to come on over and have dinner later today? Do you want to come on over? And then the person could reply and say, oh, I'd love to come on over, but I actually have other things that I need to do tonight. So once again, I'm not sure why in English we have to use so many words to say something so simple, but sometimes we'll say to someone that it would be nice if they could come on over, which simply means you would like them to visit. And then when they arrive, you might talk to them outside for a little while. It's really nice out here in Ontario, Canada right now. It's almost fall, but it's still summer, but the weather is just really beautiful. It's much cooler during the day. When people come over to my house, actually, I don't say this right now because of COVID, but let's imagine there is no COVID. When people come over, I often talk to them outside, and at a certain point during the conversation, I might say, hey, why don't you come on in and let's have a cup of tea? Or why don't you come on in and we'll have a cup of tea? And again, I could just say, why don't you come in and have a cup of tea? I could say, let's go in the house and have a cup of tea. But instead, because English is crazy and silly and a little bit complicated, sometimes we say things like, why don't you come on in? So to review, if you were far away, if you weren't at my place and I wanted you to come to my place, I could say, why don't you come on over at 6 and we'll have a cup of tea? And then when you arrived, I could say, why don't you come on in and I'll make you a cup of tea. Let's look, sorry again that the English language is crazy. I didn't invent it. I actually said that to a friend of mine today, Marie. I said, I didn't invent the language, but I still feel the need to apologize sometimes for it. Anyways, let's look at a comment. This comment is from Alina, or Yelena. I don't know how to say your name properly, Alina, but in English it would be Alina. And Alina from the last video says, thumbs up to those phrases. Bob, the wind just wanted to promote itself. A little shameless plug. So this was in the previous video where the wind started blowing while I was finishing the video. And Alina, this is a great comment. It just really made me smile. I'm not sure how to pronounce Fugde's name, but Fugde says, I like your creative response, and I did too. Very cool response, Alina. And then Alina, thanks, Fugde. And then my response was, haha, very true. I think the wind was jealous and just wanted to let people know it was there. So again, great comment and great use of the word, of the phrase shameless plug. For sure, the other day it was a little strange. I don't know if you watched that video. I can put a link up there. But towards the end, it got really windy and leaves were falling off the tree and leaves were blowing all around me. And it just didn't feel like August. It felt like October almost. It felt like fall had arrived. But one of the reasons leaves are falling off right now is because it's very, very dry here. We had good rain up until a few weeks ago, but lately it's been, except for today, it's been really hot and really dry. And so some of the trees have started dropping a few leaves. If I look on the ground around me, there are little leaves just drying up and falling off the trees. So hopefully fall doesn't come too soon, but I don't want warm weather back, but it's supposed to be coming back this weekend. Anyways, have a good day. I hope you enjoyed this lesson.